We're back.
We are back. Hello. So OBS just had a hiccup. Let's just move backwards because I think we looked at everything that happened that is new.
There's Drecksdorf still.
Drecksdorf. Oh yeah,
Drecksdorf.
I can show you what we built in Drecksdorf.
Yes.
Like Molyneux is like the thing at the center of the cube was like one of the core features to the God game he teased on Kicks. Oh wait, we are walking in the wrong direction. We need to go into the lighthouse. See, the idea was that while the game was supposedly to have like an interesting big online component, and the idea that you play a god, shaping a planet.
Just take the long way.
But there were always gonna be, gods above you. So, and this idea was that the player who reached the center of the cube first was supposedly then going to it's I think one in the opposite direction of Utah. The player that reached the core of the cube would be this, upper god that set rules for the entire universe, aka all the other planets all the other games that players worked in. So, and also, that is important, he could be dethroned. So this is like, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's an interesting concept of this idea of, you play your own god game and then you start, you need to try to accumulate power so you can actually shape the rules of every other god. That's neat, That's a concept for a game right there.
That's dope. Yeah.
Never worked out because the game sucked.
Oh well, that's the most Peter Molyneux thing that you could do, though.
Okay,
yeah.
You
should follow beyond.
Oh,
he's going to the
Iron Farm. Yeah, I know. Wait. Ooh.
That should already have been standing back then.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, we have a lot more flowers here apparently now.
Well, they're a byproduct of the iron farm, so people place them everywhere.
I guess so. I guess that's the thing. It's just a sign of
graveyard.
It looks nice, but it's actually horrifying.
Yeah.
Well, this
I did it on purpose.
All I can think of is that bit from the Wizard of Oz. Poppies.
Yeah.
So.
Also, if you need wool, I don't know if you know it yet. I think you know the Iron Farm, right?
Yeah, I've used it.
We have a automated sheep farm.
Oh, you have a sheep mill now too. Nice.
Yes. You can.
Every time the sheep eat the grass, the observer says, "Oh, block changed," and then a dropper shears them, and those minecart hoppers can collect the wool from above.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So.
This is wow. This is fully industrialized.
Yeah, you can automate a surprising amount in Minecraft right now. It's
Is this hacky or is this like intended behavior?
That is actually intended behavior.
The hopper minecarts can only do that because they're heightened up on the minecart rails. Thus, they can collect wool from technically more than one block above.
Yeah, the hopper ones are actually intended. And if you go over here, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Inside.
Thank you.
Hold on.
So
Where
yeah,
are you?
it's up here.
Oh, there you go.
It's actually really interesting that happened because if there's sunlight, you see the sheep will eat the grass at some point.
It has nothing to do with sunlight, but okay.
It needs to be exposed to air. You see, that
doesn't. Yeah.
Because, the comparator looks if the block in front of it, an observer. Observer reacts to, is the block in front of me changing? And eating grass changes the block, meaning if that happens, yes, So there's a redstone signal, and powering the droppers behind there where there are shears. And a shear,
I think I explained it already, but okay.
I don't think Patrick. Oh, well, yeah, the shear shears it, then, it collects it below there, and directly, because it's hopper, it funnels it directly into the chest below it, and yeah. This is intended behavior. This is how it's supposed to work.
There's still the trading, by the way.
Oh, yeah, right. We built something that is just marginally working, ironically. But yeah. Where was I? What was I?
You were explaining new stuff he hasn't seen yet.
Yeah. So this is where you get wool, if you want to use wool for something.
Yeah, you can technically just stand by the iron farm. It should work.
I mean, I can show you
I've used
the...
iron farm before.
I can show you the Ocean Monument farm later, but because it needs a bit of... So we will build a trading hall.
Doesn't work as we wanted yet, but
Okay,
it
basically
works.
you can buy enchantments from them, or, sell iron or coal to these.
Coal in the lower levels. Iron needs a level higher.
Yeah, so you get emeralds, and you can spend the emeralds on the librarians for the good enchantments like Protection 4, which is good for armor, and Mending, and Unbreakable 3, and Feather Fall 3. So you can put all the good stuff on your armor if you need that.
Ah,
Yeah, if we trade the armors up, we also can trade for diamond gear.
Yeah, technically, I think it's despawned now.
Yeah.
Because technically there is a way behind them where there should be a zombie, and you can lower them, and then the zombie is supposed to attack them and turn them into a zombie villager. Then you can bring them up again, splash potion of weakness on them, feed them a golden apple, and they turn back, and then their shit costs less, so you need to give them less coal for the same amount of emeralds, or
But
less
since
emeralds.
their trades reset as well for that, it would take ages to do that actually.
Yeah, also because we're playing on normal, there's just a 50% chance they turn.
It's terrible.
Yeah, it kind of sucks. Oh well, I guess that is mostly it.
Yeah, also no path to the iron farm with like pathing blocks because the golems use the pathing block as pathfinding.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Well, yeah, that was that then.
That's basically everything that's new.
Yeah, I still need to show you the farm. You know where it is, but I gonna show you the Ocean Monument farm, and
You should just give him creative for that.
oh yeah, just so you know how it works. / game creative. There we go. Let's go over here. Because as said, it's very much near spawn. You can fly with double jump.
Controllers, like sprinting.
That just speeds it up a bit.
yes.
And wait, where do we go? There. Into the main portal again. I mean, then you can watch it a bit from the sky if you want to. Put a lot of detail into everything. So, yeah.
Just follow the Witchywood
Yeah,
channel.
basically we built this channel so you can go through here with boat. And
Oops.
something happened?
Nope, I'm good.
Good.
Okay. And then, sharp turn left here. And the thing why I did you creative is, if you want to go there, be aware, this is still an Ocean Monument thing. They can kill you.
Yeah.
So, how does this fucking thing work? We still need to make some way to get into it. Okay, there's one way to get into here. Maybe we should put one on the other side as well.
Who knows?
So, rough instruction. Basically, you're safe in here because I can see you.
But it's not important. Wrong start to...
You need to go through here. Over the middle. And then we have a bubble elevator that takes you all the way up. Don't worry, I realized if you are on bubbles, you have unlimited air.
Even
No,
it
go.
should.
And then you just stand on the glass here and you wait because
Let it
that's
cook?
what?
Oh, then let it cook.
Yes, and if you want to get down, simply just
It's basically up here that only the chunk below you gets loaded.
yes, which basically narrows them down to just the thing we built. And yeah, if you just fall straight down here, just so no input, you are safe again.
Yeah, no input.
Yeah, no input.
Well, that would have killed me.
Yeah.
Yes. So, oh yeah, it's working, as you can see. So, this thing is... Oh yeah, I said that Paul isn't here. He would love that. He loves suffering. This thing is evil. Basically, as you can see, we have an ocean monument below us. So,
Yeah.
they spawn.
Yeah.
The principle is super simple. You build soul sand, bubbles up, so it forces them upwards, and because we have a current on top, it then just flows them into the soul fire,
Which makes more damage than
which does more
normal fire.
damage.
Yeah.
And there is, just a big big line of hoppers beneath them, and then you can just simply go in here and open that chest, and whoa, it's filled. Yeah. You can take some raw cod with you if you want to have some fish to fry. We have enough of that anyway.
Just keep one...
Keep a line there. So if for everyone wondering, the system is, we spread this out, so it always fills up the
respective...
the respective thing.
Ah.
So it's just auto sorting.
Basically. As
Yeah.
long as you don't take a full stack, it's fine.
Yeah. I think we should definitely need to clear it soonish because wait a second.
It's half full.
Yeah, let me just check one thing on the hoppers because I think yeah, the hoppers are filling up.
Where? On which...
Below.
Which one?
This thing is so. This
Both
thing is
sides.
kind of cursed.
Shouldn't.
Okay, weird, but maybe it's just going very
Also,
slowly.
Also, the exit to this thing is like really dangerous. I definitely died there.
Maybe take some skill. Yeah. Oh, hello.
I mean, as long as you're falling and don't make any input, you're safe.
I mean, I did make no input, and I just kind of barely whiffed it. Well, maybe I did make some. Okay, well, whatever.
I never died there, but I would concede that if you make any kind of small input accidentally, you will die.
Yeah.
Yes, correct. Yep, did notice that. Yep.
It's just...
What is it?
But I definitely have more just like raw fish than I will ever need.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna build a house. Man, I wonder if can you turn? Wait, hold on. Can you turn raw fish into a block?
I don't think so. That's
Oh, I
sadly.
was gonna say,
You-
build
you
a
could- you
castle
could
out of
definitely-
fish.
You could definitely ask some how's it called? Some modder maybe to do it like this. So there's one guy on YouTube who just constantly makes absolute he makes cursed mods that just and the videos just escalate in ways you're like nope, that shouldn't escalate like that.
Yeah, because I'm just thinking like, what would be? Yeah, I'm gonna build like one of those beautiful, gorgeous like Art Deco Mormon temples out in the middle of Utah, but out of like cod,
I know.
out of like fish in the middle of the desert. That would be great.
I know what's the problem. What the problem is with our hopper
This
system.
is the raw cod.
It's full of cod. Clear the cod.
That's glorious. That is perfect. That is so fucking perfect.
Hey, Let me. I just float the cod out of the system. It should work again. Somebody put shit in here, probably because they died.
Oh yeah, that was me. If you remember, you didn't. You're killing my stuff.
That's your problem.
Shut up. That is my thing.
Could have
No.
collected
I thought it was despawned.
it. You thought?
No. Look there.
Then take him out. No, take him out. Go to the
No,
other
it
hopper.
despawned. Okay, now it's gone.
It didn't despawn. It just get collected by the hopper again.
No, it got collected by me.
Don't care. We need to get that free. Wasn't expensive stuff anyway.
There's a minecart in there. Yeah, that happened when you die on it. Then you just clog up the system, I suppose. Maybe we need some overflow shit. Oh, a smite 1 stone sword. Ooh, let me just...
It's just
No! My smite 1 stone sword, like...
It's shit anyway.
It has smite 1!
That's useless.
There's a chest!
I don't care.
At Netherrack! Oh my god, pickaxe with fortune 3! Yes! Thank you, we want that, we want that.
Fair, then
Wait.
take it.
Since when have there been dolphins in this? Okay.
Since a
I'm-
while, actually.
Since a while, actually, yeah.
Can I ride a dolphin?
No, but they can give you a speed boost if they swim with you.
Okay. Dolphins are like cursed as fuck in real life, though. I think that's a
I
thing that we know
know,
about
I
dolphins.
know. Dolphins in real
Okay.
life are...
Yep.
Everyone's like,
Yep.
they're cute.
They're cute. They may also do
Rape
other
you.
things.
Yeah, they may also, yeah.
Turn Republican vice presidents on. Vice president candidates, sorry. Sorry. What was that? Was that too much?
No.
You're gonna have to be more specific.
Okay.
Which,
Which one?
Okay. Remember the
Which-
whole. Remember the whole coach fucker thing.
how could we forget?
Yeah. So that was a hoax, but it turned out he googled.
Yes.
He googled dolphin sex.
Wait, what?
He googled several times woman having sex with dolphins.
How do we know this?
Because someone leaked his fucking browser history.
Oh, but how do we know that wasn't related to that weird CIA shit? Because that's definitely something I've
I mean,
Googled
it
too
could
before.
definitely be related to that weird CIA shit, but like,
Because I've definitely Googled that and it was like probably for the same reason. Like I don't know. I
yeah, but
feel like
we
we give
googled
it
it multiple
the-
times.
I
And with
okay.
Increasingly more horny descriptions. Anyway,
Oh, okay. So there it is. It's more okay. So that's okay. So that's where it got weird. It got weird. Okay.
yes.
All right. That part. Okay. So that's the you lead with the it got weird part. You don't lead with the because like, look, I've definitely like tried to look up that story to send it to people. Yeah, there's definitely some like very very sketchy Google searches that I've made like that out of context. Yeah, would not look great.
Yeah.
But then everyone's
But,
like,
but
oh yeah,
there's
wait,
like
no.
a difference if you looking for very specific sex acts several times, like
Yes.
regularly, versus well you just Google octopus sex because you find it funny. Because I did that.
What? Wait, hold on. What
Crazy.
is? Okay, now I'm curious though. What is?
Didn't find
Hold on, I
anything
gotta go
under
back
to
octopus
Google it.
sex, sadly.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna go park. What is that? Octopus sex.
I mean,
I was expecting octopus having sex and I would learn something about octopus sexual reproduction behavior, but no.
I
Didn't.
mean, there's this one picture.
What is the word?
How do octopus make? Okay, the picture that it shows actually has answered nothing for me. It has only raised more questions.
I mean, if you Google octopus sex, there's this one, old Japanese drawing. You know.
Fair.
I'm
Okay.
going to
Actually,
put
this
some...
is surprisingly boring. Actually.
Yeah. I was also expecting more when I googled it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was. Yeah, I was hoping this would be more interesting. Yeah, it turns out they just have a sex arm. All right.
They just have a sex arm,
That's pretty boring.
I guess.
I mean, look, I
I
guess
mean,
it
they
would be
can
more
throw it
interesting.
as long as I'm aware of. It's just fun, I guess.
Yeah, some hide it to pretend that they're female and then get through the whole shebang and then have sex.
Hold on. Did I just get left out here in the middle of the ocean? I don't know how to get back.
Wait
It's
a
just
second.
if you orient yourself. Okay. There you go.
Ah!
Yeah. If it
How do I
like,
become mortal again?
you want to be mortal, don't you want to enjoy? There we go.
Ah.
Mortal again.
Thank you.
God. Ow. Yeah, we did a lot of stuff, and now you're more connected. More. We still need to probably be like, we want to build a railway line and make it nice.
I think there's a
Yeah.
way to filter hoppers. I need to look that up and
Oh yeah, it was something with named items or so.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to show you some pictures of kind of what I have in mind. I don't know if you guys have ever seen pictures of what these places look like, but they are
I
pretty
saw
cool.
maybe a bit because I think I saw like at least one.
They look like supervillain lairs. Like,
Yeah,
they're pretty cool.
Honestly, you know what?
Peak supervillain lair.
I agree with you that like I mean
They're needlessly opulent and over designed and like because I mean like the thing is it's like the wealthiest church in the world like I'm not even kidding when I say like they're the wealthiest church in the world. They've got this like very distinct like sort of like Gothic Art Deco kind of look. They're very distinct. One of the weird features of Mormonism is like they have this obsession with whiteness. Like in every in every sense,
Yeah.
like in every sense, and it, like
I mean
all their interior designs are very white. So like all the like when you go to Mormon heaven, you become white, right? Like that's like I don't know if you should be saying that in 2024, but like
I mean they're kind of racist.
I mean it's part of their religion, right? So
Yeah.
like, but yeah, like if you because like Mormon church clothes, like you wear a white suit.
You know what the funniest thing is? So like the funniest bit about this is just putting them up screen here. Like, yeah, you know what? On one hand, yeah, obviously they're the most they're the richest church in the world. Like they're also like the one religion, you know. Okay, that's the thing. We actually don't know how much money the Vatican has. They're probably richer. But also, here's the thing. You don't have bones to pray to. Also, you don't have holy night orders. Like, sorry. Like, it's just like, if the Vatican wanted, they could be like, hey, Knights of Malta, if they're still around, we need some people.
Yeah, there isn't much down here yet.
Yeah, we're working on some stuff. But, like, yeah, the thing about these things is, like, you know what looks like that? You know what actually looks like that in real life?
What?
Fucking dictator buildings.
What?
Yeah, have you ever seen, like, Turkmenistan or shit? That looks the same.
Oh my God, you're completely right though. Yeah, dictator building or like oh God, any of that stuff in Egypt looks like this too.
I mean, okay, Egypt is a dictatorship. Like,
Exactly. That's Egypt is a dictatorship. Like trying to think what other any of that stuff
Like,
from
I
Iraq,
just putting
like
this
the
up, like,
Saddam Hussein. Yeah, like his stuff looked like this shit too. Yeah.
spot the difference.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm going to show you some pictures of these interiors. Like, imagine going to church for this, imagine your church service looking like this. Like,
Yeah, that's definitely like, it. Honestly, where's the fucking difference? Where's the difference?
yeah, I mean,
This is-
I mean, tell me which one. Okay, one of these is Westminster. One of these is Westminster, and one of these. Hold on, let me find the picture. One of these is Westminster, and one of these is the temple in Salt Lake City. Which one is which? You tell me. Westminster, of course, being
Oh yeah, by the way,
British, but yeah.
you probably can only tell the difference by the fact that one has the domes very typical
It's
to
not as white.
Arab. They even have more stuff in there, and I would almost say it looks better, but yeah, it's
Psych! They're actually all Mormons. None of this is. Yeah, this is all. This is.
It's still
Hold on, let me show
interesting.
you a picture of the. Let me show you a picture of their baptismal font, though, because this is the thing that's
it
insane.
is so fucking funny. Like yeah,
It's so interesting that.
Well, look at this. Okay, so this is where you get baptized in one of these places.
The
Like, look at that
fuck?
shit. That's so cool. I mean,
it is definitely like
It's the most
yeah.
glorified bathtub ever.
You know what?
look, man,
you couldn't.
I would want, I want to live in here. Like, honestly,
Yeah.
and here's the insane thing about this. Like, they only use this building once a week. Like, Mormons are not using this as like a community center the way that like Catholics or Methodists or anything are doing. Like, this building, they turn on the lights once per week.
This is so
Fucking garbage.
funny.
Yeah, it's fucking
Oh yeah,
garbage.
you know what? You know what?
It's still
Again-
interesting that the religion that believes skin color is like a curse, if I remember correctly. Like if you're not
Correct.
white, it's like you're cursed. But Jesus also didn't have white skin color, so he was also cursed.
Oh no, they made him white.
No,
Oh,
no, no. Mormons believe in white Jesus. That's
Ah. I wonder
Yeah.
why we never had white pictures of him.
Well,
Or described him as a fair-skinned young man, as opposed to his darker-skinned brethren or something.
oh wait, I think I just closed too much Mormon shit. Anyway, but yeah, I'm just putting those besides. Like, yeah, one has just the pointy things, more like more like red, but like the difference is very minimal if you're honest. The like. Rich evil people just kind of have the same taste, and it's like kind of cool, but also just kind of sucks. Like, this is too hot. Ever think about the fact that this is also built like in a more, I mean, definitely a better climate zone, but it's still there's no shade, and it gets fucking hot there. This is still
Maybe
near
they turn up the water fountains.
still make it worse.
No, they make them like they widen the angles and then turn them up high, so everywhere is watery mist.
That would maybe work, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I see that. It's just also like it's kind of. Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you that. Where the fuck did the name Deseret come from?
I'm not sure. It's
Probably a
Honestly,
pun on Nazareth.
I know.
How is
I-
it called?
Honestly, if that is actually pun on Nazareth, I would almost give them credit for being creative.
it's one of the things that like Joseph Smith was like very fond of doing was if there's any one thing that he was very good at doing when he came up with like the Book of Mormon was like coming up with like stuff that sounded like it was from the Bible. Like all the names and stuff he came up with sounded like plausibly Jewish sounding names. Like he was very good at like parsing the syllables that sounded like Jewish names and like making stuff that sounded realistic sounding. So like all the cooked names and stuff that are in the Book of Mormon, like Mormon does sound kind of like a Jewish name. It's got all the right syllables. It's not real. It's fake. It's
He was a really good fanfiction writer.
Oh
yeah. He's a great fan fiction writer.
I mean,
yeah,
you know
so,
what? More like I think he's a fan fiction writer who, let me put it like this, kind of his writing sucked ass, but he was able to sell it to the most gullible idiots.
I don't know. There's this idea that everybody has that you're too smart to fall for a cult, but I don't think that's true.
Oh,
There's
no,
a lot of
you
very
can.
smart people.
You can definitely
Yeah.
like. I mean, there are enough Hollywood people in Scientology, and they should know better. Also, by the way,
Yeah.
since we basically contrasted like what like how similar those two things are. Turkmenistan at least one thing, that's the burning hole. that thing actually looks kind of cool.
Also, let's just maybe not. I was gonna say, also just Mormon architecture, just like very phallic.
True.
I don't know if that's
I
just
mean, a lot
churches
of
in general, sure.
yeah, but like, I mean, let me put it like this.
Especially.
Yeah, because it's you definitely see how they're more. How should I say it? It's just, you know what? Call me fucking,
Hello,
Euro biased. I want to say Euro biased, but I think the classic churches built in Europe. They just have something more than those Mormon churches they look like something to present yourself as superior, while do you like a lot of European churches like where like generational efforts of craftsmanship.
Also, you can boat up here
Oh yeah,
because of the soil sand.
I'm trying to. I need to build a boat. Is what I need to do. I need to build a boat.
Take some of there.
Yes. I've also ended up with a feather somehow. Okay, I've somehow ended up accruing gold and feather and a whole bunch. Okay. Resource management. I need to do that real quick. What do I need to cook? I need to make a boat. Surely there's a crafting table hiding around here somewhere.
I mean,
in our house.
Like just putting stuff up here, like
it's not finished, but
I mean, most of them, are getting, built under. They're usually getting, what's it called, renovated a bit because these things are fucking old. Yeah, so it's like, call me Euro biased, but those things, like, you definitely see how much craftsmanship went into them.
I mean, I think it's...
Okay, bonus points, by the way, who can guess which one that is. Probably most of you don't know it.
I mean, I wrote a paper on this shit back in college, but I have no idea.
So that's the Ulmer Münster. This isn't even like a major church. Like so basically so churches in Christianity, like in European Christianity, like Roman Catholicism, like they and I think evangelicals, Lutheranians, they split them between minor ones and like the minor ones, like there's and a dome is like there's the chief of a region, I think, and the Münster is just a normal church. But this one is still the tallest Gothic church.
Is it Gothic?
That's Gothic. That's a Gothic church, and it's the tallest one. I've been up there. It is really fucking tall. Right? What?
It's Gothic because of the arches down there.
Yes, it's the way with the how the arches are built, and because the Gothic building
they have how are they called? Spitzbögen in German.
Yeah, they're very
pokey.
Pokey.
Pokey at the top.
The arches?
Yes.
It's by the way, this one is Lutheran, so those are it's not Roman Catholic. Yeah, it's the tallest church in the world. That's that's actually the tallest church in the world. Yeah, and it's Gothic architecture.
He says Lutheran?
It's Lutheran, yes.
Oh.
I mean, like we have a bunch of them. We have a bunch of those churches around here. Like it's kind of interesting. Yeah, they just have one tower, but it ironically was in the end the biggest one. And yeah, I was there. You have insane view from there. Just let me tell you, it is a climb. They don't have elevators.
Yeah, for you to probably right now can just use the long left path, I guess, until it gets expanded, of course.
I'm trying to figure out what the best way to build a. Need to do planning on putting my big beautiful Mormon temple up on the hill out here.
Yeah,
So it's actually interesting. Well, so
probably back there.
I had to help my friend. I was had a dual mission a couple weeks ago. I was out storm chasing in South Dakota, and I was also helping a friend gather some stuff from her ex's place. She's recently divorced, helping her pick some stuff up from her ex's place. When we were out there, we were Black Hills, very very beautiful part of South Dakota. Just like South Dakota is just like flatland, just nothing but open grassland and prairie. Like there's no trees or anything out there. Just like it looks like that Windows XP wallpaper out there. just nothing but open grassland for miles. And then just out of nowhere, there's just this gigantic, just gaudy, bright white Mormon temple just sitting on top of this mountain, just absolutely disrupting the natural landscape. But yeah, they're very, very fond of putting these things in like really. I don't know. I mean, I know a lot of Mormon, or not. It's not just a Mormon thing, right? Like Christians in general are very fond of putting churches like on top of like
that's
big mountains and stuff.
That's the Mormon block. I found the Mormon block.
You found it? I'm thinking up here. Oh, is this it?
That's the Mormon block, right?
Maybe. What is this?
This is white concrete.
White concrete. How do we get this?
Let me look it up.
You need 4 sand, 4 gravel, and white dye.
Yeah, I just need to find the right place for it because I've got because we've got the mesa over here, but this is just like a tiny little island. Yeah, I was also working on building some cliff dwellings on the other side of this over here to kind of look like Mesa Verde.
By the way, you want to hear something really funny about German churches? Because like,
okay, it's created when concrete powder touches water, and it comes in 16 dye colors. So we need concrete powder.
Ah, yeah. Then concrete powder is made with 4 sand and 4 gravel, and you have to make it red.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, and then with 1 dye, which we would make out of bone meal.
Is there a there's a really cool stone engraved. There was that cool stone engraved texture that was in that like cool like passageway beneath that bridge over there. Does there exist like a concrete version of that, or like a white version? Because like I'm looking at some of the designs on some of these temples because they've got this really cool like art
I mean,
deco,
there is
like,
white
brick
concrete.
look.
Let me just
I showed him white concrete.
Yeah. I'm looking at that. That's
Yeah.
good. But I'm wondering if there's like a white brick look because I'm looking at the designs on some of these. I definitely need to get like a teal texture or like a teal something to get some of that ornate window work. But I also definitely need like a white brick
I
of
guess
some kind.
that's that.
so.
Yeah, both will work. Oh, hold on. White brick? What is that? White?
Which is what? That's a quartz block.
Quartz block.
Yeah, you need nether quartz.
Yes, nether quartz. That is exactly what I'm looking for. That and white concrete, I think, is what I need to get the exterior of the structure built. And then there's also, the golden statues. That's the other thing, is the gold block is going to be the fun part of that. What's that glowy gold block you find in the nether? I'm going to need a
glowstone.
bunch of that.
We can make
that's what it says on the tin.
Yeah, we can make a glowstone farm as well as a gold farm. We could do all of that.
Sweet. Yeah, hold on. Let's see if there. Where's the one I wanted to find? There's a really cool temple that I wanted to try to build. Here it is. This is the one. Is this the one? No, this
But,
isn't the one. I was looking for this one in I think Tempe, Arizona.
I want to ask you something because you're like because here's the thing, these how old do you think these churches are?
I mean, I did a research paper on some of these like years and years ago. I know that I know that some of these are like generational projects.
Oh,
And I
they
mean, I
all
know
are.
that some
They
of
all
the,
are.
yeah. I mean, for the most part. I mean, I know some of these like got started like getting built like, oh God, like in like 1000. So this, I mean, some of these are like, 800, 900, 1000 years old. I mean, they're like not new.
Basically. So, back around 1000 or so, when this type of architecture emerged, the church basically went, after the first ones were completed. For example, Notre Dame, which went from I think 1000 to 1300 something. So, Notre Dame is old, but the interesting part is, you can see with Notre Dame, it was still built more blocky, like the previous building style. But since they then started, being like,
I found a spider spawner.
oh, interesting.
Cave spider spawner.
Because they then, started perfecting how to build these, and then they can, build taller. They started, spending a fuck ton of money to build as many impressive, cathedrals and just churches all over Europe. So, Ulm, for example, was one of those. They basically were like, let's start, they start building the thing in 1377. And they built until 1543. That was the first building phase. Because you know what happened during that time? Geopolitics. Because that's the irony. You need what happened was basically
So I need nether quartz. So I need nether quartz ore to build that. Is that what I need?
If you mine nether quartz, you automatically get it. It's not something you need to smelt, if I recall correctly.
Let's see. It says nether quartz.
Yeah, the block drops the quartz directly.
Okay, and then but I do need to smelt the quartz into those blocks. Hold on, I have a
just
check that.
4, 2x2.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, hold on. I get block of quartz out of that.
Yes, and the block of quartz, because you want the quartz bricks, you can ideally put into a stone cutting table.
Oh, then I can arrange them and I can get those patterns.
Yes, you can do a chiseled quartz block, a quartz pillar, and quartz bricks.
Cool. So I'm gonna just be down here duking it out in hell for a little bit. Then
Okay.
that's what this is gonna be.
Maybe get 1 gold gear so that the normal piglins don't attack you.
Because
Get one what?
If you equip in one of your armor slots a golden armor type of anything, the normal piglins don't attack you anymore. They have crossbows and shit, so...
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah. I left some blocks of gold somewhere in a chest. Let me go find that. Ah!
We interacted, I guess.
I know how to steer.
No, I think I just bumped into you while you were...
Nope.
Oh.
Oh boy, this.
Yeah,
I know how to drive.
Your problem is that you steer. You should just drive straight in one line.
Yep.
Otherwise, well, good luck controlling it.
Well, I got where I was going. I think.
Yeah. It's the spawn. Are there gold? Gold. Not here.
I just need to remember whose house I left all my gold in.
Maybe you were in our house, so maybe there.
Yeah, hold on, let's see, was it here? Nope. Oh no, it's been in my inventory the entire time. Alright, well
Oh.
I didn't need to come back here. Alright, well, that's what,
But yeah, the thing is, basically, they built until 1543, and because there was this whole thing going on with, Ulm converted to Lutheranianism, there was this whole war going on in Europe, and also, quite importantly, there was this idiot called Christopher Columbus, and he did a thing like sail in the wrong direction, and caused hundreds years of misery, still going on to this day basically, and also because that shifted trade routes so much. And you keep in mind, the church, like the Roman Catholic Church, bankrolled most.
There's a zombie villager out here. Mini zombie baby thing. Die, zombie.
Die. They bankrolled the churches because the Roman Catholic Church is wealthy as fucking shit. But when they converted to Lutheranianism, a lot of those church projects were taken over by either local local lords, or in, for example, the case of Ulm, which was a trading city. They went and were like, okay, we finance this ourselves because we don't need the church. We are wealthy enough on our own.
Yeah.
Yeah, then the trade route changes, and they weren't as rich as they were, so they kind of stopped building for a bit, just did a bit. So take a wild fucking guess when this church was actually finished.
I have no idea.
1890.
Jesus Christ, are you
they
kidding me?
Yes. I'm not
I mean,
kidding.
look-
They're not kidding. They're in 1890. They restarted it in 1844. They still
Okay, but
built.
is this like one of these things where it's like, okay, we didn't put they it was like properly finished like 100 years, but they like didn't get the stained glass in until then,
Oh,
or was it
no.
like this thing was like still had structural designs that were being finished by then?
Oh no, basically the body was there. The thing is just they could never finish the basically they never finished the fucking main tower. That was just a stop. They just closed it up because it was like, yeah, we can't finish it, and so they just then finished that. So like this is like you need just look at this. This is from 1854.
Lots of stuff here.
Where they started redoing the work. You see, they just slapped. The tower was unfinished. And they just slapped a roof on there. So they were like, now we have
To do.
They were like, you know what? The medieval guys couldn't finish it. Let's just finish it. And you're like, okay, you know what? That's fine. But then we have this like that. The Cologne Cathedral. Like that's a medieval building, right? That's a really great medieval building. It's iconic. It's an UNESCO heritage site.
Yeah. And your point?
Oh right, I was looking for a place to deposit a. It's just big old. Got a whole bunch of sand I need to offload.
Sand. We do not have a sand chest yet, but I think you can just offload it here
Yeah, but like
in an empty one.
But yeah,
Empty
I
one?
mean, yeah, they're all marked by the frames, so everywhere you see something on the frame, it's already used for something.
Ah. Whoops! Oh no, I didn't mean to give it my. Ah! I accidentally gave it my pickaxe.
Oh, oops.
Nope, I'm good. I didn't know that was a thing you could do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the thing
Minecraft
is,
has changed a bit.
yeah, a lot. It keeps changing. But yeah, this right here, the Cologne Cathedral, like they started building that in 1248. It's the largest cathedral in Germany. Like this thing is massive. It has, like there are kings buried there from what I know. Like there are, what's it called? The holy people in Christianity. What's the English word?
Right.
I can't leave through that door.
Oh, spawn protection.
Yes, there's one protection still.
Yes.
Oops.
Yep.
We need to reduce the spawn protection radius.
So like, you know what? You would say that that's like a proper, what you think of a medieval church, right?
I mean, this is kind of basically what comes to mind when somebody says medieval church. It is basically this image,
Yeah.
right?
It was finished in 1880. Kaiser Wilhelm I attended the opening ceremony.
I mean, they were not. I mean, surely they were holding services in this thing at that
Oh
point,
yeah, obviously,
though, right?
Obviously,
Yeah.
the main body was finished, but like the whole, like again, there are pictures, photographic pictures of it being finished. Just so you have a feeling of how like that's the funny part,
Just takes long.
Yeah, they take like I'm gonna be honest with you. Here's the thing. I'm not gonna shit on it. This is Notre Dame. Notre Dame is fucking beautiful.
Oh my god.
And
There's this. Oh,
And just
Okay.
so you know, Notre Dame is like actually a masterwork of, medieval engineering, and it was actually finished during medieval times. But you can see how Notre Dame, in a lot of ways, is a much simpler building. It doesn't have, the big towers they aimed for later because they could build big towers. They just had impressive towers, but they were still more cubical. As you see over here, it has like just very straightforward bodies that had very long arches to support it on the side that weren't, compared to here, like fully fleshed out. So those are much finer detail work. So this was actually something they could finish.
which tunnel is the Which way is the How do I get to the iron farm? Which tunnel is that down? I don't.
One of the green ones.
One of the green ones. Okay, I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
It's the first portal. So if the first portal doesn't lead you to Drecksdorf, there should be a sign on there.
So
You're in the wrong green tunnel.
yeah, it's like
Am I?
Again.
No, just saying. If the first portal isn't Drecksdorf, then it's the wrong green tunnel.
Oh, got it. Nope, found it. I think.
Yeah, there's a sign on there. So
Yeah.
Found it.
nice.
So that's what I want to say. Like you can still see how much Notre Dame is still a much simpler church, and this is like Notre Dame is one of the churches that was actually finished during medieval times, and they still have like really impressive work, like with the the big window.
I mean, of the ways I would describe that church, simple is maybe not the word.
It is comparatively like again.
Comparatively,
That is
yes.
that is the Cologne Cathedral is large as fuck, and look at all those details and height compared to again Notre Dame. Notre Dame is not simple. It was still decades, but you want to see something very interesting. So this is not again. This is Cologne, and this is Ulm. Those are basically the ones that were started building after Notre Dame and only finished like again 18 something. This was one of the first ones. So this is Speyer. This one is older. This was before Notre Dame. And you can see the similarities between Notre Dame and this one. Because back then, they didn't figure out yet how a lot of that stuff was built. They built, in a very blocky way. And so, since it had to be, looking impressive, they couldn't only like this had less windows. And only then you can see, even now with them, after they upgraded it, so to say, the windows are still very small because they just had big walls and you couldn't make big windows because the static just wouldn't work out. But you can definitely see how there was a line from this kind of work, this kind of layout, to adding things and making it more open feeling with Notre Dame to this.
Yeah.
So yeah, and you want to see something really cool?
Apparently not.
So guess what that is?
It's actually a level from Quake 3 Arena. That's the oh, what's that level called? Um,
Not
Uh,
wrong.
Probably not that wrong even. That's a better picture. So yeah.
I don't know what this is.
This is a basilica. This was built during Roman times.
That doesn't surprise me.
This is in Trier, by the way. That like Trier was like the largest northern, I think, Roman city. You can still find like bathhouses and shit there. Like where I grew up, there was so much Roman shit in the ground. Like quite literally, literally the village just a minute over, they have a Roman history museum because there was a trading, you know, street going through there, and so they just literally uncover a fuck ton of buildings there. Oh, that's cool. That's the ocean going directly into an underwater cave.
Not
There's a
directly.
you're gonna have to look this up. There was this I can't remember where this was. I remember I saw an article about this a couple of years ago, and I can't remember. There's this basically this like crazy guy. Well, I don't want to say crazy guy. That's probably not the right phrase. Is basically like priest dude who like built an entire like Gothic cathedral out of like plastic bottles. I'm trying to remember. Like he built it out of like recycled material. I'm trying to
I
remember.
think from
I think, yeah.
Spain.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Can we find a
Yeah,
picture of this?
it was if it was France. But like, yeah, it's kind of funny. So you can definitely see how it was the simple big hall, the meeting hall. In in Roman times, and then they expanded on that, and then you can clearly see it. I like that. I like architecture and history.
Found a forest hole.
Ooh.
My the guy who taught one of my animation classes in college was a very very strange person. I could talk about this guy forever, but one of his whole thing was he was an architect, and he has currently to this day still has a business where he renovates churches, like Catholic churches. So because they're like I live in a very heavily Catholic area. I was raised Catholic. Well, live in a heavily Mormon area,
I
but
was about
also
to
there's a lot
say
of
probably not Roman Catholic, but
no, Mexican Catholic actually specifically, which is Roman Catholic.
okay.
But no, but the area I live in heavily
Welcome.
LDS, but like second biggest after LDS is Catholic. But yeah, this guy who taught my animation class like had a business like renovating like old churches, because a lot of the churches in this area were like old Spanish missions and stuff. That kind of stuff that would have built like, or was built on sites that were built in like the 1700s or whenever the conquistadors were coming up from what is modern day Mexico. So very like age of exploration, or
Yeah.
well, maybe that's not the word I would use for we would use for it anymore, but
fair point. I mean, the thing is, what I want to say. Ironically, about the whole maintenance thing of cathedrals. Fun fact. So when I said the Cologne Dome was like finished in 1880. So in 1902 they started renovating. They have since then never put down scaffolding, because if they did, it would become a nightmare, because they have to constantly just work on that thing so it doesn't fall apart. Oops, I'd say. By the way, you talked about the whole guy built a cathedral on its own. That's it. It's near Madrid. Hello?
oh wow,
Yeah, I was surprised, but no, he apparently built this all on his own.
Yeah, it was. I can't remember where I saw the article about this thing, but I mean, it was just like it's like a weird guy project, right? Like you always hear every once in a while hear like there's a weird guy who has a project. Like I'm trying to think of like the latest cool like weird guy project I heard about. It's got to be that chick that like built that giant tunnel beneath her house on TikTok. That's my favorite like new weird guy project. But like this is a really cool weird guy project.
Oh yeah, that you're right. That's definitely cool. Also, if we're talking about cool little things, so this one is in France. It's called basically Little Chapel. Um, yeah, basically, they it's someone built that on his own. He wanted to make just a miniature version of the basilica in Lourdes. So
Whoa. Oh, whoa.
Server loading problems?
Having some issues in the Nether. The chunk. I was moving faster than the chunks could load for a second.
yeah, so basically,
Or than the server could send them
as you
to
can
me.
see, this thing is basically, yeah, it's a miniature version of of an actual church, but it's functioning as a chapel. You can use it. And the guy, like a French guy, built it on his own, and it's decorated on the outside with seashells, pebbles, and smashed stuff like.
You should be a bit more attentive with your axe because you can strip logs.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah.
Oh, I can.
Yes, you can.
Oops.
There.
Yeah.
It's fine again.
So yeah, it is a cool building. Yes, someone just made it on its own, and it's really cool. Like the whole mosaic thing.
See, whenever I see shit like this, it kind of just makes me wonder, like, does this guy know about gnomes? Like, you know?
I mean,
Like, you see something like this, like, does this guy just have gnomes and is just, like, holding out on us?
I don't know. I don't know.
Like you just sometimes you just get that sometimes you just get that voice in the back of your head. It's like, does this guy have gnomes? And he's just like not telling us about it. That's whenever I see something intricate and like miniaturized like this, or somebody who's like a freakishly like way too detailed like model railroad in his backyard or something, is like, this man has got like hobbits back here or something, right? Like there's no way somebody built something this detailed and doesn't have like a bunch of like mini people living in his backyard, right? Like I can't be the only one who thinks these things.
You know what the sad part is? I'd say probably most of them are just they're like elderly Germans with just too much time. Most of them.
It's
Like-
also possible.
The garden railway thing is very popular here, actually. Like insanely popular. They so the thing is, they have like
God,
basically
it's always old. It's always old weird German guys here too. Now that you say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much uniformly like, yeah, old weird German guys. I never even thought about that. I didn't even make that connection till you said it.
yeah
It's definitely it's a thing.
yeah like as we call it, the Gartenbahn is just like really popular because like I mean we have okay, so the funniest bit is because like Gartenbahn is so fucking specific because for the most part it's you have two things and they overlap, okay? So on one hand you have the LGB ones, which is basically like the one brand everyone buys, and LGB is interesting because basically everyone who buys them, their trains their locomotives and trains basically come together just from two sources, okay? So one is narrow gauge railways in Germany.
That's the wrong portal, but there is water.
Yep. I didn't.
You,
At
can't-
least
you
I
can't-
did come out. Okay.
You can't destroy your boat sitting in it anymore.
Oh no, you can't. All right.
Yeah.
I'm just having fun zipping back and forth. I'm trying to find a good exit point in the Nether here to like get out and start mining some things. But I don't really want to like destroy any of the beautiful work in here to get out. But also like every place in the Nether is like just super precocious to like and dangerous to get out in. I'm trying to find a good exit point without like damaging any of the work inside of this beautiful real. Oh damn it! I went the wrong way.
Well,
Wrong direction.
in the spawn area portal, there is a way out.
Yeah, I saw.
I think with Utah, there is also a way out, but right now it only leads to Nether Fortress, which is not where you want to go.
Nope. Ah, damn it! Went through the hole again. Keep doing this. Okay.
Driving the boat straight seems to be a problem.
You know what? I set my expectations low. Okay. There we go.
I think this was one of those that was spawned underground and we put up.
Yeah.
There we go.
There's some impressive shit that people build. Like,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, like I just looked at some stuff because I wanted to make basically kind of a joke, because like basically I want to say like the garden railways, like they either come as, you know, narrow gauge stuff. It's always narrow gauge steam engines, either those or Glacier Express. I'm not kidding. You look at videos online, and it's 99% those two things. Everyone has them. It's fucking mandatory. And like, I want to have one myself one day.
Maybe you should get you a shield.
It's probably a good idea. I didn't even. Well, I know
Also,
that shields exist
if you
only because I
look
saw that
down
you
there,
had one.
There's hoglins. Those are
There's who?
dangerous.
Oh, that is big pigs. Don't do stuff with them.
That's why I removed the blocks here, so mobs can't jump, so you can run away.
Ah, maybe there's another place I can get out in here that's not quite so dangerous. I mean, the Nether is just dangerous everywhere.
There are basically a few things, but right now there are only exit points at probably the most dangerous places you can be right now.
Okay.
Like
Where can we?
You could try to explore the Nether Fortress, get out there, get some quartz technically, or here, but I think most people already got most of the quartz, I think. I can take a look around.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna just start over by Utah since this is where I'm gonna be moving most of these resources anyways. So you said there's another fortress over there?
Yeah, I can show you.
But yeah, it's just kind of it's kind of wild to see them. But like, yeah, then you know you run over pictures like this, and you're like, I know this some people see as normal, but like, these people put a shit ton of work into building like a
Wasn't
the
Utah
garden.
where we had the thing? The Nether Fortress, or do I misremember?
It wasn't in Utah. It was the new expansion we did.
Oh, the new expansion. Okay.
Yeah.
So
it should be
it's
to the left of you.
Yeah, it's to the spawn and then away from the door.
Yes. But yeah, those are basically the two. But then there's like this one category of people, you know, building garden railways, that basically is like, you know what? The official stuff, don't like that anymore. I'm just gonna build my own. And these people build a fuck ton on their own. It's impressive. Oh well.
I recommend if you explore it, you should maybe get some slabs. Or any
Slabs?
or any kind of block. I can show you one neat little trick where you can like here will be wither skeletons spawning and shit. And they're 3 big. So if you do this, they can't follow you.
No! I don't have any slabs on me.
Well, blocks should suffice as well. Just put those to make a checkpoint, basically, where you can return to where...
They can't follow you. Yeah, I unloaded all my stuff, mostly just thinking that, yeah, I'm gonna go into the nether and just die a whole bunch.
I mean, you can try, I think. I don't know if the piglins attack you. No, the zombie.
No.
They're fine. They're docile. There's a wither skeleton. Be afraid.
Yeah. But also, you know what? When we talk about garden railways, there are the small ones. You know.
You should have more range than them.
Can I chop him?
Yeah,
Is
sure.
he gonna...
He will try to attack you, basically, but you can't spam click anymore. You lose damage.
There's no
Oh.
a cooldown.
Yeah, you can still attack,
Oh, that's right.
but you do less damage. If you do.
Boy, this game is a lot different than I remember.
Yeah. There's another wither skeleton.
I don't have any blocks. Come here. Ow! Ah! What have you done?
It withered you.
Oh well, that wasn't very nice. Hold on.
Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna eat all my fish. Okay, I definitely need more blocks. I'm gonna like go somewhere else and find some blocks real quick and then return with blocks and more fish. How did I end up with all this cod?
The Ocean Monument Farm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's that's probably why. I don't remember at any point picking up all this fish.
We threw it out the thingens.
Yeah.
The hoppers. So maybe you picked it up there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay.
now you know how to navigate Nether Fortresses, mostly.
Yes. All right. Cool.
But yeah,
I'm
if
gonna
you
go
have
in
some-
there.
You can also get rid of the withering effect by drinking milk.
Oh, good to know. Actually.
Oh, we have cows.
We have the Tormund Nexus at spawn, yes?
Yeah, I guess you can right click on them.
Yeah, with a bucket. You can milk them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I guess time to go get some buckets then. Alright, well.
Yeah. What I wanted to say is like if when you talk about garden railways, you have if you can look for a minute, you have these people that have like the very impressive miniature layouts. I mean, it is impressive, right?
Yeah, no, there's no denying that. I mean,
And then you have these people. Or these people.
okay, so yeah, the people. So you have category 1, the people who know about gnomes, and category 2, people who are running a children's television show but aren't actually filming it. Right? Like that's the only reason. Like, right? That's the only reason to have a railway like that, right?
Yeah, so ironically there are like a few of the this isn't the only one here in Germany. There are a bunch of those, ironically. Because what basically happened is that
That's an expensive hobby. God damn.
it's semi-expensive, but like it's actually open to the public in days. I think that the one I have open right now. Because you need to keep in mind what they basically had is they had like a bigger, more rural, there were a lot of Feldbahn, as we call it. That those are very narrow gauge one that you were using for in like mines and stuff, and a lot of companies got rid of their old ones, like, which is wrong. They're better than trucks in my opinion, and so a bunch of people just bought them for cheap. So they just have like old, small steam engines and diesel engines and shit, and they just have like a big loop in their garden, and they can just drive them around, which is like, I guess. And then again, there are these people. So I've been actually to like a few of those clubs a few times.
I'm trying to think. We have. There's
one in America,
miniature
it's
railroad
gigantic.
we have. Well, we've got one here in northern Colorado. I think we have one in Loveland. That's I have to look that up. I seem to vaguely remember. To look this one up, to see if this even like exists or if it's just like a pipe dream that I'm having.
No,
that
you're
we
right.
actually have one.
I saw a documentary about that. I think it's the biggest in the world. Like it literally is an actual railway. Basically, it's big. It's gigantic. I can look it up.
Okay. The one we have here in Loveland is not the biggest one in the world, and it's actually not the scale of this one. So it's not like this. It's actually like a proper railway. Okay, I'm gonna wrap this up here soon because I actually have to run out for a minute. But there is a funny thing I wanted to tell you guys a bit before I sign off for the night.
Oh yeah, we
I just
also
found out
should do.
about.
It is
So it turns out there was a Bigfoot sighting recently from there's still a steam train that runs here in Golden, Colorado that goes up to Pikes Peak. It's like one of the last like steam engines that's still in operation. It's a tourist thing, you know. You get on the passenger train. It's like one of those old west, old timey, like, you know, get on the old pioneer days type things, right? And so, you know, somebody gets on there and got a picture of like an honest to God like Bigfoot like out there in a field. And sure enough, you look at the picture and yep, that's Bigfoot, all right. But somebody had to, and is like, wow, this is just like really weird. And it turns out this is one of these like solved mysteries that we kind of all knew the answer to in our hearts, going way back. No, it turns out that the sheriff of the town who lives like on the alongside that like railway. Here, let me just find the news article because I'm not going to do it justice. Owns like a gorilla costume. And apparently, like back in like the 90s and like 80s, used to go out there wearing his gorilla costume, pretending to be Bigfoot, so that people would like see him when that train would go by. And he just decided to randomly start doing it again, like 20 years later. So, just a delightful little story. Yeah, let me see if I can find the article. It is great.
By the way,
you'll love to hear it.
I kind of found what I wanted to. What I mentioned, like, yeah, those are the clubs that are like, those are clubs in Germany that have like bigger areas and they keep expanding and they basically have like, you know, their own gauge, and sometimes they have, you know, 3 rails, so you can have a narrow and a wider one. And so if you're wondering, oh, where you can buy this thing, you have to build this one yourself. Those are all handmade, and those are 1-to-1 replicas, just scaled down. So these people, if you look at that and you're like, they trick. No, that's a steam engine that works exactly like the real steam engine. Because they literally buy the blueprints for those steam engines to scale them down.
Oh damn!
That's the expensive hobby. I'm like, why are you doing this? But yeah, they're just like, no, I want to have a steam engine, so they built their own small steam engine. I respect
you
that.
Are absolutely 100. You're absolutely 100% the kind of person that would do this, though.
I've been to one when I was young, and those things are cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
I mean, I get it. I get it, though.
They can
I absolutely get it. Yeah.
Like, I mean, I am more interested in the logistics, but this is just shit that's cool, you know? I don't think there's any person who would look at that and is not going to be like, oh no, that's so like, you have to be a miserable person to, you know, feel that way.
Yeah, exactly. There's no way you can look. I mean, there's no way you look at that and think like, like it's impressive no matter which way you split it. I mean, like, yeah. I mean, given that this is all like bespoke. Oh yeah. No, that's that adds an extra level of charm. Okay.
So
I gotta go eat some food.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Can I just show you one thing? Just really quick.
Yes.
So the thing is, I found the thing I talked about, and it's called the Train Mountain Railroad. It's in Oregon. And it is the longest miniature hobby railroad. because in 2004 they tracked that it was reportedly 69,900 feet of track.
Nice.
And they added in the following years, that's 69,900 feet, or roughly 21.3 kilometers mainline track, and 133,250 feet, or 40.61 kilometers of total track, including yards, sidings, spurs, and connector tracks. And during the following years, approximately 10 additional miles, so 16 kilometers of new track has been added. And yeah, if you're wondering, how does the American version of that look? Like this. They actually have like really long fucking trains where people ride on. Like, again, those things are big. But they're a thing.
Oh, hell yeah.
They're
Man, and this... Oh man, and they did it with the Super Chief too. I mean, that's a classic American train too.
No, but like
That
I'm seeing them like, here like, they just doing like those are the diesel engines. Like, that's impressive. That's impressive, but you know what? Obviously, they have also some. Yeah, they also have steam trains. Obviously.
I mean, these old school. There's a one of the things that me and my friend Jake do when we're storm chasing, because when you're driving through the Midwest, like America is huge, right? Like there's just so much just empty stretches of land out there. One of the things we like to do is we like to try to learn like where all these like little grain silo towns got all their names from, and it breaks down to like there's like 4, maybe 5 answers that you get to that. If you're driving along Interstate 70, the answer to that is, well, back in the railroad days, people used to like name the town. The people who named the towns were the like railroad men. So it's all named after like the investors who built the railroad. So it's like, oh, Hayes, Iowa was named after Jonathan Richard Hayes, the guy that financed that stretch of track. Pretty straightforward.
Very straightforward.
If you're driving along I-80, I-80 is way more interesting because like I-80, it's going to be like one of 4 things. It's going to be the name of a guy who did a genocide to the local native population. It's almost universal. Like that's the most common one, right? It's some it's some retired Civil War general who went out east to go fight the Sioux and then killed them. Or it's Pony Express, so old mail route that used to run across the United States. Or it's the Mormon Trail. I always forget about that. It's fucking Mormons that named everything along I-80. And then the last one is friggin' homesteaders. I always forget that there was that weird, like, the whole Manifest Destiny thing. So there was just a lot of people who settled, like, that part of the country who just, like, were, like, weird freaks who were just, like, we're gonna go, like, live on the prairie and just settle the land. So, like, there's a whole bunch of little towns out in the Midwest where most of the population is related to each other because like it started out as like 2 families inbreeding. I feel like we don't talk about that enough. There's not a lot of genetic diversity in these towns, and it's kind of weird. Weird.
It's kind of by the way, I even found a map on this, so it's not even.
I think you not wanted to go there.
Yeah, I just wanted to show you this because
you wanted to show
pretty big
several things.
That's cool.
It is cool.
It is really cool, and I just think this is a nice way to wrap this one up. It's just like we talked a bit about trains, and now you know that there are more trains around your area. Single trains in your area want to choo-choo.
Well, I was gonna say Oregon. That's like 1,000 miles away from me, but
I have no clue about the geography of the USA. I just vibe with trains.
No, look, we know this. If there's any one thing that can be said, like it was so funny the other day. It was
what the fuck? Are you
the other.
We're already dead.
Just remove 1 block above, and that's fine. They had to be creative in creative mode.
No, was really funny. The other day, I got that notification on my phone because you know how Discord does that AI summary thing where it like tries to summarize a conversation for you, and it's just like, oh, talking about infrastructure. Of course they are. Why? What else would they be talking about?
You mentioned the train level, and I had to just be like, okay, is it a Breitspurbahn? Is it running on 2 tracks? And apparently it's running on 2 tracks, which is the economic way, so you can actually have it on. Fuck you! Why do you turn me back? Turn me back to God mode. Turn me back, you wretched witch. Nah. Okay.
Hold on. No, Hold on. I have to show you these
You still have a good
these
spawn egg.
cool
Cool
cyberpunk train wheel pixel art I've been drawing.
Yeah.
I
Oh.
should show you guys some of this.
Oh, we have Beyond Sunset leaks live on stream, I guess.
Yeah, live on stream. Yeah, whatever. You can leak this if you want.
Leak
it.
I don't know.
Okay.
You can throw your stuff there.
Okay.
Oh.
I see it.
Yeah,
Okay.
everyone.
Makes sense.
Those are good wheels.
Goodbye.
Those are good wheels.
See, you know it's cyberpunk because it's got glowy bits.
That's cool, but you know what? Don't forget that you use knuckle couplers in the USA. Okay? If it's not if it's not American trade, it doesn't use knuckle couplers usually. Or different kind. Well, fuck, no, I wait. I need to turn you on all again, because I was like not expecting to open something else. Rip me. So yeah, I guess we all can then say goodbye because it is fucking early. It's 6 a.m. here.
Yeah, nice
And-
screenshots.
Hey, we
about to go get dinner.
upgraded the Nether.
Oh,
Yes,
You did.
everyone.
It's
Yes,
looking great.
everyone. I see you. I see you. Just freak out on screen if you want to. It's 6 a.m. here. As you saw, we upgraded the Nether. We connected Utah almost. There's gonna be a railway line. Maybe we will put it up on a server too. So people can choose. What are you doing?
You said we can freak out.
I guess if you want to.
Freak out!
Okay. Yeah, we're probably gonna build a railway line. We will see how that is. As said again, next week, no stream on Wednesday, no stream on Friday. I have to help my parents renovate again, and maybe survival horror on Sunday. But see you all for more The Evil Within on Sunday. Let's see what kind of mess that game becomes. Are you done yet?
Oh.
Good. Have a wonderful night. Have some good sleep. Stay healthy. And see you all on Sunday then. Good night.
Bye, y'all. Take care.
Bye.